Greetings fellow viewers and welcome back to Final Fantasy Record Keeper. Today we're going to have a crash course in Final Fantasy Record Keeper. Just the general tips and tricks for beginners, or if you just want a refresher on how to play the game. So let's start off. First off, we've got this here is the main hub. So in these three sections here we've got the Realms dungeons, which is like the core story. You progress through all the previous Final Fantasies and unlock new stories along the way. So that's the Realm dungeons. You'd also gain like rewards, you gain orbs, you gain equipment stuff, you gain ability stuff, you gain mithril every time you complete a dungeon, one time only though, and you also gain stamina, and also the realms use up stamina as well. So moving on, here we have the event dungeons. These are dungeons that are released periodically. They generally release them every couple of weeks or so, every 3 weeks. We'll jump more into those later. And over here, the third section, we have the Nightmare Dungeon. These are open every so often for players of a higher level skill to test their might, test their characters, and reap the rewards from the Nightmare Dungeons. General test of strength. So as you can see up here, we have our general like sort of stuff to do. We have stuff to collect, stuff to show. We have the item chest. Whenever you log in every day, reset is 2 PM GMT time, which is what I'm in, or 1 PM UTC time. You get like daily logins, you get a mithril every day, daily login stuff, and if your roaming warrior, which we'll talk about later, has been used, you get your guild reward, which you get in here. And moving on, we have announcements. These will pop up if there's any new announcements when you log in. So as you can see at the moment, we've got a fall mithril giveaway, or autumn mithril giveaway, giving us 5 mithril every so often. And they'll show events, they'll show relic draw boosts, issues resolved, Geishel resets, talk about more later, any new stuff added, and yeah, just generally anything they want to announce, they'll announce here. Now the Annex, let's talk about the Annex. So the Annex is where you go for exchanging certain stuff you get in the game. So the Geishel exchange, obviously Chocobos love Geishel. You get Geishel, as you can see here, you get Geishel greens from daily dungeons. Every so often they'll have a ×2 event, and you can exchange them for stuff here. You can exchange them for orbs, you can exchange them for upgrade materials, growth eggs which level up your characters, or other stuff that they decide to put in. Every so often they'll have a special where you can exchange for mithril. They'll reset every so often. Get some motes which you can use for bravery spheres, talk about that later. And general so Geishel's stuff to get more stuff. And there you see the daily dungeon, talk about more about that later. Here we have missions. Now missions are mainly for beginners. So when you're starting off, you want to start here. You want to look at what missions you can do. They're fairly obvious ones, like complete certain things, raise heroes to level 5, recruit a hero, create an ability, upgrade weapons, stuff, and they'll reward you with certain stuff for beginners. That's what wayfarers are, beginners. And normal missions you can use, like upgrade a piece of armor, combine with a piece of armor. Generally you get mithril for it to increase your mithril, and sometimes forge your materials. Special missions will pop up every so often whenever there's a new event, and they'll generally tell you to do, like, say there's a FF7 event, which there is now, generally tell you to complete the ultimate missions with a party of FF7 heroes, and you get these orbs, rarer orbs. I want to go back to the Annex for a bit, talk about the Hall of Rights. So here is the Hall of Rights. This is where you go to get stuff you might have missed. So you get some items from clearing event missions, and you can exchange an item called the Soul of a Hero for any character that's been added so far. See, there's a long list there, and jobs obviously. Now, memory crystal loads, these are used to break the character's level cap, which caps off first at 50. Memory crystal loads will increase it from 50 to 65, and you can exchange memory crystal load 1s to unlock these. Memory crystal 2 increases the level cap from 65 to 80, and you can exchange those using memory crystal 2 loads. And memory crystal 3, which has only recently been added, so it's a great time to start playing, increases it all the way up to level 99, max level there. At the moment it's only for the main heroes. We'll be getting more later on. So that's the Hall of Rights. Exchange your items here to unlock stuff for your heroes. And the library just gives you general hints of stuff that's in the game. Gives you details of your characters that you've collected, record materia, which is enhancements which you get from breaking level caps, general help, memory crystals you can obtain, and movies that have been in the game so far. Up here you'll find like a scrolling bar which shows stuff that's happening at the moment, pretty much what it is. Hop into the menu, friends, so you can just skip through these. So you can, when you're going into a dungeon, you can select a roaming warrior, and they assist you in battle, allow you to summon them. So you can set your own roaming warrior here through your profile, change your name, change your message, change your roaming warrior. There's your friend code. These are your friends list, these are all the ones I'm followers, and you got your ones that are following you. Find your own friends by entering their friend ID, or just invite friends. General, config, nothing special. Change your settings, change your battle speed, change your ATB order, notifications, volumes, pretty much anything you find in configs nowadays. Shows your achievements, official strategy, sites, basic stuff. Manage your account, speaks for itself, and speaks for itself. So that's the menu. Up here in the top center you have your stamina. Now when you start the game you get 30 stamina, and when you go through your realm dungeons you can complete these dungeons and get stamina shards, which are these things, little orbs here. Now some realm dungeons give you different amount of stamina shards, and when you collect 5 stamina shards your stamina will reset. So just keep that in mind when completing a dungeon. Over here on the top left you've got your mithril, which mine at the moment is 99 on this account. And here's your gil, which you can use to spend to create abilities, to create, upgrade weapons, combine weapons, stuff like that. So one thing I will like to mention is, in order to get a decent amount of mithril, I would maximize your stamina. What does that mean? Well, that means whenever you're about to get whenever you're starting off and you are about to refresh your stamina, but your realm dungeon is going to use less stamina than what you can use, if that makes sense. I would go and look in an event dungeon, see if you can do anything there. They usually have stuff like daily dungeons, complete events. See if you can't maximize your stamina, get every bit out of it, because when you come to refresh it you may get more mithril than you bargained for. So that's it for the home section. Let's take a look at the party. So this is where you come to edit your party. As you can see, this is mine here. I've got my main character here who's called Tyro. Well, mine's called Yuusha, but his name is actually Tyro. Second party member here, third here, 4 here, 5th here. You can organise them any way you want. You can change the formation of your party here. You can move them from back row to front row. Generally you want to keep heavy attackers in your melee attackers in your front row, ranged attackers in your back row. Pretty much basic RPG knowledge. And you can choose to show your character's stats. Here you can see the level, the HP, what type of stuff they can use, what class they are, your attack, defense, magic, resistance, mind. Attack determines physical damage, defense determines how much physical damage you take, magic determines magical damage, resistance determines how much magical damage you take, and mind is for healing stuff. So there you go. So how do you equip your characters? Well, you can go to the outfit in here. If you click on change characters, you get your available characters you've got here. You can sort them out over here. Depending on what you want to do, you can sort them out to newest gain, what role they are. So you can sort them out on, if you want a party of offensive magic users like black magic, summoning magic, you can sort them out through here, healing magic over here, physical support over here. You can sort them through series, which is what I generally like to do. 1 through core, or you can sort them out through level if you only want your best characters in your party. Sphere levels, I'll go into that later. You can sort out through highest HP, highest attack, highest defense, and so on and so forth. You can sort them out through Synergy Simulator. So if I click on, say, Final Fantasy 7, this will show me my best synergy for FF7 in terms of defense, that is. So there you go, that's your character lookout. Well, I'll sort it out through series core, and it sorts it from core all the way up to what I've got at the moment, which is 11, but it can go all the way up to 14. So if we go back to the party menu, you've also got change equipment, assign abilities, change soul breaks, change record materia, or you can simply click on the equipment here and it will take you to the screen there. So this is your equipment page. You've got all your stats here, what class they are, what they can use. You can check also what they use here. So this is the equipment they can all use. Obviously Tyro can use everything. He's a master in all that. So this is the abilities. You've got black magic, white magic, summoning, spellblade, combat, support, clarity, dragoon, monk, thief, knight, samurai, ninja, bard, dancer, machinist and darkness abilities. All your abilities are sorted into these categories, and certain characters can use certain abilities. And to change your weapon, simply click change weapon. You can remove it if you want, wouldn't advise that, and simply select two of your weapons there and click confirm to change it. Same with armor, sorts out through all your armor and accessories, but we haven't got any of those yet. And you can select your character up here, or you can just click optimize. Equipment already optimized, and it'll give you the best possible outcome for your character there. For abilities, so these are the abilities I've got equipped for Tyro at the moment. And in order to assign abilities, simply click assign abilities. You can toggle the display, toggle the rank, what they do, or just an image. You can sort them out as well, sort them out through gain, type, category, black magic, white magic, physical, summoning, other, rarity, sending or ascending, and rank. We're just going to leave it as type. So here are your abilities that you can equip. If you keep scrolling down, it'll send it to a new page. And there you go. And to equip an ability, simply click or tap on one of your abilities up here. These are abilities that are already assigned, attack and defend. You can't change them. So you tap on the icon up there, click on the ability down here, and it'll swap it around. Click confirm, and there you go. I've changed armor break to stoner. Or you can simply click optimize and it'll optimize it. And I would like to change it back to armor break. So there you go, those are abilities. Now soul breaks. What are soul breaks? Soul breaks are very powerful attacks that build up. It builds up a meter in your combat and fills up during battle whenever you attack or whenever you get attacked, and at a certain stage you can use a character's soul break. Generally does different things. This one at the moment, which is Tyro's default, is Judgment Grimoire, uses one soul break gauge, call forth a giant sword to strike all targets. Tyro only. So all characters have a basic soul break, but you can get new soul breaks through relics. We'll talk about more of those later. Now record materia. What is record materia? Record materia is ways to enhance your character. I don't have any at the moment, but basically once you break the level 50 cap, you get record materia. Some can only be found in through obtaining through dungeons and stuff, or others you just get as you break the cap. So you go into here, you click on that, and it'll come up with a list of record materia. Select it, click confirm, and it'll show it there. And that enhances your character. So, and one more thing. So you can save your party to a favourite if you want to. If you want to, don't have to go back through all the time removing stuff, changing stuff, all that nonsense. So that's party. Let's have a look at upgrades and inventory. So this is your view sell items. So you're going to here, you get all your items down here. You can click on them and it'll start stacking them up. And you can sell them for gil. You can click on multiple ones and you can back sell. Sell, there they're gone. No more. So this displays your weapons, armor, accessories, abilities, record materials, and miscellaneous stuff, memory crystals and motes. And if you want to store them in a vault, simply click them, go to vault. No, you don't. Yeah, click them, click up here, stash in vault, and it'll put it in your vault. And that's the view and sell and vault stuff. Now, upgrading equipment. To upgrade your equipment, different equipment takes different upgrade materials. Weapons take scarletite, and armor take adamantite. You get these from completing dungeons, completing missions and whatnot. In order to upgrade your weapons, go into the section, click on a weapon, click on what you want to use. You can simply use all and it'll select the right amount, and then click confirm and it'll increase. So if I do that there, click confirm, upgrade, it'll cost you some gil depending on what you want. It'll have a little animation here. Click X to skip, and there you go, upgraded. Same with armor, and that's it for upgrading. Combining equipment is simple enough. In order to combine equipment, you must have both equipment at its maximum level. Select the equipment, and you must have another of the same equipment. Select the equipment, it will come up with a list of available equipment you can fuse with it. Select that equipment and click combine, and it will merge it together and increase its rarity and stats. Obviously, reforging equipment, this is new. So what reforging equipment does is, if you've combined it 2 or plus times, so basically max it out at the 7-star, you can combine it further, or 6-star, 5-star I suppose. You can combine it further and it'll increase its rarity again and upgrade its stats as well. So basically reforging is just a way of making it even better. Now, abilities and orbs. You can create your abilities here. So ability creation requires orbs, which you can get through realm, event dungeons and missions. So in order to create an ability, simply click on it. This will tell you what you need. So we're about to create FFRK. Tell you its description, what materials you need, how much gil it's going to cost. Click on create, show a little animation here, tap it to skip, and there we go, we have FFRK. And that's it for upgrading equipment. Honing abilities. What is hone? Well, honing means increasing the rank of your ability. Abilities generally have ranks up to 5. These will increase its use. So at the moment you see it has FFRK has 2 uses. In order to upgrade it, you need the necessary orbs again. This will tell you what it's going to increase it to, how much gil it's going to cost. Click hone ability, animation here, tap to skip, and there you go, we have FFRK upgraded. Now I can use it 4 times. Shatter abilities. Here is shatter abilities. Now what does shatter abilities do? Well, if you're running out of orbs and you want to create something new and you don't need a certain ability anymore, you can come to here, select an ability, select multiple ones obviously, select shatter confirmation, and it'll tell you what you get from it. So you get your orbs back, or half your orbs back, whatever. Show you how much it'll cost. Click shatter animation, and it'll show it. I'm not going to do it here because I don't want to shatter that. Orb exchange. So you can exchange lower level orbs for higher level orbs here. Same again, simply click on it, show you what you can exchange it to here. Generally the next level up from 1 to 2 star will cost 10, 1 to 3 star costs 100, 1 to 4 costs 1000, 1 to 5 costs 10,000. Generally you just want to rank it up to the next level as you'll get more for your buck. Once you've selected what you want, click confirm, and a little animation it'll do it. So that is orb exchange. Onto character enhancement. Growth eggs. Growth eggs you obtain from dungeons, event dungeons. These are basically things that can help level up your character. So if you click on one of your party members here, or a character in general, click on a growth egg, and you can see it'll boost it a certain amount. So there are different types. You have minor growth eggs, lesser growth eggs, greater growth eggs, and major growth eggs. And they'll generally increase it a certain amount. You can see greater growth egg increases it greater, and obviously a major growth egg only increases it a substantial amount. So those are just ways of leveling up your characters better. Break level caps. This is where you come to exchange memory crystal loads in order to increase the level cap from 50, 65, 65 to 80, 80 to 99 using memory crystals. Wardrobe records. These are I've not got any at the moment, but these are things you can obtain through special events that come up every so often. Basically change the character's appearance, change how they look. So at the moment they've got like Cloud's FF7 Advent Children look. You can change it from his soldier look to his Advent Children look, and so on and so forth. They'll bring those out periodically. Record Sphere is not unlocked yet. Basically it's a new system that allows you to enhance your character through like different types of class specs. You can also use them to do different types of abilities of an event we just had, not go into that. Basically another way of enhancing your character. You use sphere motes, which you can obtain through certain dungeons. And yeah, basically just a way of enhancing your character. Relic draw, let's have a look in that. Now, I talked earlier about relics giving you better sub rates. This is where you come to unlock them. So relics are relic gears. You equip them to your character. They give you better stats and sometimes give you a new soul break for your character to use. So there are 3 different types of soul breaks. Well, 4 different types of soul breaks. Obviously you got your default ones. Your other 4 are, you got unique ones, super soul breaks, burst soul breaks, and just been released the new overstrike soul breaks. So super soul breaks are basically, unique soul breaks are generic soul breaks, don't really do anything special. Super soul breaks generally do something more impactful. When you can level up your relic gear through earning XP through dungeons, and once you've got that relic gear to max level, earn enough XP to level it up, you'll gain an extra bonus, generally 10 plus 10 bonus to a certain stat. Burst soul breaks are awesome soul breaks that when they've been used, they do super attack and grant new attack and defense options to your character to use. So let's go into this and have a look at this burst soul break. So you use the burst soul break, which is Meteor Crusher in this case, and they'll give you these burst abilities. Generally grant you haste as well. So as you can see, you've got Falcon's Dive and Elbow Smash. They'll replace Falcon's Dive will replace attack, and Elbow Smash will replace defense. But be advised, you can only use them a set amount of times, generally 4 times in a row, depending on what your mind stat is. Now Overstrikes are new mechanical soul breaks, and they break the damage cap. At the moment the damage cap is 9999. Overstrike soul breaks can do up a maximum of 99,999. So here's the first Overstrike soul break, Ragnarok, Cloud's Overstrike, finishing touch. Breaks the level cap, simple as. So you can use your Mithril to do relic draws. There are 3 types of relic draws. You can do this relic draw, which is on the blue relic draw here, which is only 5 Mithril or 100 gems. Gems are stuff you use to buy with real money if you want to, if you have the money to spend on this game. This one, the red one, 11 times relic draw. This is a new mechanic. Well, the 11 times is not new, but what they've added to it is now it is always 1 or more guaranteed 5-star or higher. The 5 stars are what you obtain here. Generally the ones that include new soul breaks for your characters, so that is what you want. Generally save your Mithril now for 11 draws, and these cost 50 Mithril to use. Or you can just bite the bullet and use this orange draw times 3 here for 15 Mithril or 900 gems, and just get 3 relics. It can be from 3-star, 4-star or 5-star. Generally you just usually get 3 or 4, very rarely you get 5 stars. And that is for relic draws. Let's go back into home, take you through the anatomy of... I'll take you through event dungeons first. So let's have a look at the current one going on. This is the FF7 event, Glimmer of Hope. So here you have your normal mode. This is where you come to unlock new heroes that are added into the game, or just generally what they've added before. Generally you get a soul of the hero coming out of the event, which you can use to unlock any hero you want. So there are 5 events here. If you want to run it through one sitting, it will cost you 90 stamina in total, 95 I think. And you get rewards at the end of it. You get 5 Mithril for completing the classic dungeon, the normal mode. If you click on this here in the top right of the dungeon, you'll go into the elite dungeon, and this is what this is where you want to test your mettle. See if you can stand up to the tougher enemies. Usually they'll either have elite dungeons or a part 2 of a dungeon going on with the story, whatever they decided to. Generally it's an elite dungeon. Now these are the normal dungeons with the same enemies, but they're powerful. Simple as. Now once you get down to here, at the start off from difficulty 99 onwards, they generally get starting to get even more tougher, and that's when you want to get synergy with the event. So synergy is whenever you take a character into a realm, it will get a synergy bonus which will improve its stats and its health. So say you have a party of FF7 characters for this FF7 event, they'll get a synergy bonus, they'll get a boost to their stats, and it's not just with characters, it's also with gear as well. Your equipment, your weapons, your armor, your accessories, they all have a realm synergy bonus. Just look for the number next to there. icon and select, and they'll gain a bonus to whatever realm they're in. If they're in the same realm as a number, they'll get a synergy bonus as well. So these first three, difficulty 99, 1110, 120 are what's known as plus battles. This is the plus, this is the plus plus, this is the plus 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 battle. They'll generally give you greater rewards than the elite 45 to 99, but you won't obtain any more mithril from these new dungeons. Now moving on to the higher difficulties, the 140, 160 dungeons are the ultimate dungeons. They'll really test your strength. This is your ultimate dungeon, this is your ultimate plus dungeon, and what they've just added here, the difficulty 180, is the ultimate plus plus dungeon, I believe. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, the ultimate plus plus, this is a new dungeon that they've added, and it'll really test your metal here, but you get greater rewards from it. So the higher the difficulty, the greater the rewards you get. So that is it for the. So you can also check the event rules here. Not really have any rules, it's just stuff they include. Like, it's got a backstory, it's got your highlights here, what stuff you can unlock, what characters get bonuses and stuff like that. Now there are two types of dungeons they have. They have a well, three types of event dungeons they have now. They have these ones which are challenge dungeons. Every like sort of more often than not, less often than not, they have collection dungeons, which you sort of like a grindy dungeon. You collect stuff from them and you exchange them for rewards. And a lot less often than not, they have showdown dungeons, which are generally celebration dungeons, which will give you awesome rewards. Now these down here are daily dungeons. Every day they offer a new type of daily dungeon, which you can use to gain orbs, equipment, materials, gil there, equipment upgrade materials there. And every Sunday they have an experience point bonus dungeon. So if you want to get your characters leveled up, use that dungeon to level up your characters. Now let's take a quick look at the realm dungeons. This is where you go to do your story. You max out your stamina, you get more stamina, you get mithril. So here you have the gates, which you use to enter realms. You can click through them here, shows your progress up at the top. They also have classic and elite dungeons. Elite dungeons are more tougher than classic dungeons, obviously. So if we go into the FF4 dungeon, which one at the moment, you can see what you've completed so far, and your current story that you're on right at the bottom. So if you click on the story you want, it'll show you the prologue here, show you the rewards you can get and what you face as the boss, so you can decide on what abilities to bring. And if you click enter dungeon, you can change your party setup here, and if you click next, you can choose your roving warrior here. Obviously it'll show the ones you're following at the top, and if you can move it onto the next page, these will show stuff you can choose to follow at the bottom, and if you click go, it'll bring you into the dungeon. So this is your dungeon here. You click on the starting area, Passage of the Eidolons, first level. Click begin battle, it'll enter your battle, pretty straightforward. Up here you have your bosses. You can click on these exclamation marks, it'll show you what you need to do. Once you've completed the final boss, it'll finish the dungeon and you can collect your rewards. Up here you've got camp. You click on camp, you can see your party's current status. If you click heal, you can use a mithril or 100 gems to fully restore your party, and your roaming warrior can only be summoned 2 times. And if you click retreat, you go back to the core dungeon menu, or you can just click retreat down there. So that's pretty much it for the realm dungeon look. Let's just retreat out of here. It'll show you what you can do to improve your party if you decide you can't finish it. And that's pretty much what Final Fantasy Record Keeper is all about. Obviously the battle system is 2D, but it's ATB related. You know what, I'm just going to show you a simple battle in the Glimmer of Hope here. Only cost me 7 stamina. Choose this unsung hero, choose this roaming warrior, do a simple battle. You'll load up the battle, enter in random battle mode. Now this is your combat area up here, shows your characters. This shows what treasures you've collected, what orbs you've collected, what gil you've collected. The enemies are attacking now. Here's your roaming warrior. This is your attack, your defend, your first ability you've used, your second abilities you've used, what sub rate you've got available. This is your sub rate gauge, and you can, if you've got multiple sub rates, you can click on this and it'll bring up a sub rate option. And you can also simply click auto, and it'll just simply go into attack mode. If you just want to blitz through a dungeon, just leave it, come back to it, see if you've won or not. And it just auto attacks. That's what auto is. Enemies, they might drop potions, they might drop ethers to restore an ability use. Potions restore your health, they'll drop materials, they'll drop orbs, they'll drop gil. Now at the end of the battle you'll get medals, chocobo medals, depending on many actions you've taken to clear it. Depending on depends on how many action medals you'll get. Same with damage, depending on how much damage you've taken, depending on how many medals you get. And if you've got any characters KO'd, that'll affect your score as well. There are 3 levels here. You get novice down here, expert in the middle, champion right at the top. If you have novice level, you'll get just a 100%. You'll get just a basic XP. If you get expert, you get a 150% boost, and if you get champion here, as you can see, you get a 200% boost. So if you click next, it'll go into the EXP screen and any loot you've obtained, and at the end of it, it'll show you total result, and if you've obtained mastery reward or not. Just remember to get champion on all sections, on all parts of this section, and you'll get a champion reward, no problem. So let's retreat back to the main menu, and to end this video I'm just going to show you some relic draws. See if we get any decent relics. We are going to start off with the FF7 Overstrike. Gonna do a 50. Before we do that, I'm gonna get to 100 mithril. I'm gonna show you how you max out your weapon. There you go. I've just reinforced my weapon to max. There you see it's got its level cap, can't reinforce it anymore. To collect your mission rewards, I've just upgraded it to level 10. You can collect your reward there, or collect all and you get a mithril for your job. Now we are at 100 mithril, yay! So let's go back into the FF7 event. Let's do a rare relic draw times 11. See what we can obtain. Oh wow, oh is that it? Is that it? I have not seen that before, that glittering ball of joy. So your silver ones are your 3 stars, your golden ones are your 4 stars, your like rainbow ones here are your 5 stars. You get the apocalypse for Zach, that's nice. Sid's goggles for Sid, and I believe we have got it, people. We have got the Ragnarok for Cloud, Cloud's Overstrike, and we use the rare relic draw for the first time. We get our 5 mithril back, but we get the Ragnarok. That's what we wanted. That's what we've wanted all this time. I want to also point out, every so often they update the dungeons. They add new dungeons, and they often add the realm dungeon lucky. They often add a realm dungeon lucky draw. These generally come at half price, but you can use it only once. So here we go, and I would recommend to draw on these as often as you can. Save up your mithril. We use 25 mithril. We get another 3, that's good. So as I say, silver are your 3 star. You can click through them all. You're always adding new 3 star, new 4 star. Your gold are your 4 star, and your rainbow are your 5 star. First up we've got a rod. Can't remember what that one's from. Oh, that's Defender for Hollow Bolt. And I have no idea what that is for. Must be for FF3. Yeah, it's a tire thing for FF3. We get the Defender for FF Tactics as well, and the other staff for 3 as well. That's so great. Which is always nice to have some synergy for FF3. And you can see what 3 star and 4 star you've obtained. So that is going to do it for a crash course on Final Fantasy Record Keeper. Hope you guys found this useful. Oh, we forgot to collect our mithril. And as always, if you like this video, remember to like and comment if you want to. And as always, subscribe if you want to see some more Final Fantasy gaming goodness, or just gaming goodness in general. And I'm so glad we got the Ragnarok. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.